What is the Reddit of the day?
Republicans who will not be voting for Trump this time around. What was the breaking point for you?
In 2016, when he demonstrated beyond a shadow of a doubt that he completely lacked any moral fabric by attempting to disparage McCain's military record because he was captured.
I don't understand why this wasn't more of a deal breaker. I am not at all pro-military nor Republican, but even I found those comments to be utterly unbearable. I just wished someone had lost it at the table and sharply said, "You shut the fuck up about that man." Of course there were more things about him and his policies, but that was the point when I looked at the Republicans and Fox in disbelief. Like, really? You just gonna take it up the ass with a loving smile? Whatever. I want Bernie, but I'll take Biden or potato if it comes to it.
How did he not get kicked off the stage in shame after that comment?
And Trump being a draft dodger as well. It kills me when I see him paying military medals during ceremonies, the irony.
Mr. Bone Spurs himself.
Suppose we hit the body with a tremendous light. To be fair, launching people into the sun would be effective at both treating and preventing coronavirus infection.
Trump has completely ruined the word tremendous for me.
His unprofessional attitude toward General James Mattis was my turning point. The man is a military genius and a true patriot.
Stripping wildlife and environmental protections. Goodbye, investment growth. We had a good run. I'll miss you.
It really pissed me off when like 2 days ago he made cub hunting legal in Alaska. Like what in the goddamn fuck? Not only is that fucking horrible, but I feel like changing hunting regulations is not exactly what a president should be focusing on with everything else going on right now.
Hopefully George is looking down right now and saying this is a great thing that's happening for our country. It's a great day for him. It's a great day for everybody. This is a great day for everybody. This is a great day in terms of equality. It's really what our Constitution requires, and it's what our country is all about.
I couldn't even comprehend how he had strung those words together. He has said so many awful things, but saying it is a great day for a man murdered by police officers because a few people had gone back to work is up there.
My fundamental beliefs haven't changed, but the Republican Party has devolved and is led by a narcissistic, petty, racist, childish coward. We cannot have 4 more years of this.
The final blow was his handling of the coronavirus, putting states at odds with each and the feds over medical supplies. Why can't we know where $500 billion was allocated? What businesses? Also, golfing at his places on our dime seems very anti-Republican in action.
Compelled to add occasions of mandating all of his Secret Service escort stay at his resorts and pay full price for high-end rooms, with our tax dollars.
When he gassed a bunch of innocent protesters with tear gas to get a picture of him holding a Bible.
I retain my political leanings. I am a fiscal conservative with compassion for my fellow citizens. I consider myself an independent, and functionally I have been what I would consider a moderate conservative. Still am. This year, starting with the evolving COVID pandemic and then spilling into and snowballing with the response of our public servants to the civil rights protests, I have seen a complete lack of diplomacy and leadership. What we have is a Karen, who gets in our face, self-righteously shouts at us, intimidates, and refuses to listen. Our President Karen has systematically divided us when we need most desperately to be unified. Karen has mismanaged the office of president, he has utterly failed to lead, and he will lose the election this fall by historic and unprecedented margins.
I actually officially left the Republican Party because Trump was elected. Any party that can vote in that man cannot represent me.
The fact he appointed an oil exec to be the head of the EPA so it could be dismantled. And that he lies constantly. I left the GOP.
I don't know if the rally took place before or after he was elected, but I didn't see it until after. It was the one where he talked about how he hates windmills, and I believe he said he knows more about wind than anybody. Then did a bit about not being able to watch TV because it's not a windy day. That was when I became embarrassed about my vote and started to regret it. It only got worse after that.
Yay, it's something you would expect a developing nation's dictator to say. On an episode of South Park.
When I realized his words had no meaning. You literally can't trust anything he says. It could be blatant lies and he wouldn't care at all. It's dangerous. I was on the executive board of my college's Republican Party organization. It's been a long couple of years. My family and some friends though will still try to justify what he says. He's just trolling the liberals. He's getting back at the fake news.
That's such a messed up thing. One of the world's most powerful men trolling? And that's a good thing?
Well, I just changed my affiliation 2 weeks ago, but had been a Republican since I first registered 25 years ago. When he had so many people removed from their jobs in his team because they came out and said something he didn't agree with.
There were so many early on, so goddamn many, but something that upsets me deeply to my core to this day was the separation of children while also deporting a number of the parents to random parts of South America without telling them where they're going, for most of them to die within the first few months of being, in some cases, literally blindfolded and dropped off. There are 2 to 7-year-olds then and right now who don't know what the fuck is going on or where their parents are, only for most of them to already be dead right now or never seen again. It's one of the most fucked up things I think that has ever happened under an American administration. I know our country has done a lot and a lot worse, but he cemented himself as one of the worst and most evil presidents in our history so far by playing such a key, pivotal role in that.
Recently when he threatened to shoot looters. I don't support the looting, it's just that the punishment shouldn't be death. Also when he said that the 75-year-old man that was pushed down was actually Antifa.
Twitter rants, to control with his narrative and plans, egomaniac, lack of empathy, divide and conquer mentality, tyranny. He's just a rich guy who has always gotten what he wants from daddy and throws a fit if someone talks smack about him. I was just inspecting the underground bunker. All of his friends are either doing time in the Pokey aka prison or any high-ranking official that gets excited to work with / for him does and then goes running screaming, resignation, and then says he's imbalanced, unethical, conniving, and divisive.
My breaking point was the tweets to Michigan and Virginia stating they were coming for their guns during the primaries or something similar. You simply shouldn't purposefully turn your own citizens against each other. That really scared me.
The way he talks to world leaders is an embarrassment to our whole country. Some people are just too dense to see it.
Grab 'em by the pussy.